Hello, students. How are you all? Hope you are safe at home. Student, today we will going to learn GK and our topic is Indian architecture. So, now let's learn about Indian architecture in detail. Agra Fort, Agra. Agra Fort in Agra. So here we can see in the background Agra Fort. So Agra Fort was built primarily as a military structure by Akbar, but was later transformed into a palace by his son Shah Jahan. So Shah Jahan was impressed by his son and Aurangzeb for 8 years in the octagonal tower of Agra fort. So today you can see the Taj Mahal from octagonal tower as easily as Shah Jahan did centuries ago. So, Agra Fort was built primarily as a military structure by Akbar but was later transformed into a palace by his son Shah Jahan, and Shah Jahan was impressioned by his son Aurangzeb for 8 years in the octagonal tower of Agra fort. So today you can see the Taj Mahal from octagonal tower as easily as Shah Jahan did centuries ago. So Agra fort is a built primarily uh, military structure uh, and build Akbar. So now next the three pyramids of Giza. So here we can see a photograph of Giza pyramid, and there are three main pyramids, Khufu, Kafir and the Menkaure. Fourth dynasty, uh, last surviving ancient wonder. So, three pyramid name is Khufu, Khafre, and the Menkaure, and four dynasty circa 4750 BC, and three pyramid of Giza is also a architecture, Indian architecture, and it is mostly influenced in India. So now next, Mahabalipuram temple. So here we can see Mahabalipuram temples, and there is a beautiful temple. This group of centuries founded by the Palwa kings was carved out of rocks along the Coromandel and coast in the 7th and 8th centuries. So it is known especially for the Ratha's temple. Ratha's temple in the form of caroids and mandaps, curved structures, giants, open air reliefs such as a famous descent of Ganges and the temple of Riven with a thousand of sculpture to the glory of Shiva. So this beautiful temple is present a glory of Shiva, and the group of centuries founded by the Pallava king was carved out of rocks along the Coromandel coast in the 7th and 8th centuries, and it is known especially for its Rathas temple in the form of charoids. So, mandaps and curved structures, giants open and relief such as the famous descent of a Ganges. So, this beautiful temple is also known as an Indian architecture, and it's a dependent, and also it's a thousand of sculpture to glory of Shiva. So children, and now we are going to learn a next slide, and it's a uh, Khajuraho. So Khajuraho, the temples at the Khajuraho built during the Cinderella dynasty. So between 950 and 1050 destiny, only about 20 temples remains. They fall into three decent group and belong to two different religions. So here we can see a Khajuraho temple, and these temples belongs to two different religions, Hinduism and Jainism. So they strike a perfect balance between architecture and sculpture. The temple of uh, Kandaria is decorated with the proportions of sculpture, and that among the greatest metaphysics of Indian art. So here we can find Indian art, and mostly we can find Hinduism and Jainism, sculpture, religion, different religions, and uh, built during the Cinderella dynasty, and between 950 and 1050. So only about 20 temples remains. They fall into three distinct distinct group and belong to two different religions. So this beautiful temple is a masterpiece of architecture. The temple of Kandaria is decorated with the profusion of sculpture and among to the greatest masterpieces of Indian art. So here we can find a masterpiece of Indian art, and also we find a Indian culture in these in this sculpture, or in this architecture. So now next, Sun Temple Konark. Here we can see a beautiful art of Konark Sun Temple on the shores of the Bay of Bengal, and bathed in the rays of the recent sun. The temple at the Konark is the mountainal representation of the sun god Surya's chariot. Chariot. It's a 24 wheel. Here we can see a wheel. So it's a 24 wheels are decorated with the symbolic design, and it is led by the team of 6 horses. So built in the 13th century, it is one of the India's most famous Brahman centuries. So here we can see a sun temple is a representation of a sun god. Surya's chariot, its 24 wheels, are decorated with the symbolic design, and it's led by a team of 6 heroes built in the 13th century. It is one of the India's most famous Brahman centuries. So here we can find a beautiful masterpiece and also a beautiful art and representation of Indian culture in this architecture, and this art is very beautiful. Ancient represent a ancient century of India. So now next, and it's a Hampi Virupaksha temple, Hampi. So the austere, grandiose side of Hampi was the last capital of last great Hindu kingdom. Here we can see a Hampi temple is a kingdom of Vijayanagar. It's a fabulously rich prince built a Dravidian temples and palaces which won the admirations of travelers and between the 14th and 16th centuries. Con- Conquered by the Deccan Muslim Confederacy in 1565, the city was the pillaged over a period of 6 months before being abandoned. So, Hampi Temple is a very famous and fabulous, rich prince built Dravidian temples and great Hindu kingdom of Vijayanagar. So this is very beautiful temple and it's a represent Indian culture and Indian art and also represent a culture of India. So now next, rock cut architecture, Ajanta curves. So rock cut architecture emerged at the outcome of search for entirety, peace, and the tranquility safe from natural hazard in the lap of nature to promote a Buddhism and Jainism. So the first Buddhism cave monuments Ajanta date from the 2nd and the 1st centuries BC. During the Gupta period, 5th and 6th century AD, many more richly decorated caves were added. The paintings and sculpture of Ajanta, considered a masterpiece of Buddhist religion art. So, in Ajanta caves is the first Buddhist cave movements at the Ajanta date from a 2nd and 1st century. It is a very beautiful sculptures are there and also represent a Buddhism and the Jainism movement, and rock cut architecture is outcome of a search for eternity, peace, and tranquility, safe from the natural hazard. So, childrens, you all are understand about a rock cut architecture, Ajanta caves. So now next, rock cut architecture, Ellora caves. So here we can see Ellora caves is more beautiful. Comparison of 34 mountains and the temples extending over more than 2 km. Dug side by the side the wall of the high basalt cliff not far from the Aurangabad in the Maharashtra, Ellora with its uninterrupted squarence of the movement dating from AD 600 to 1000 bring the civilization of the ancient India to life. Not only is the Ellora complex a unique artistic uh, creation and the technological exploit, but with its centuries developed to Buddhism and Hinduism and Jainism, it illustrates the spirit of tolerance that was characterized of ancient India. So, architecture of Ellora caves is comparison of 34 monasteries and the temples and over more than 2 km dug side by the side and in wall of the high basalt cliff not far from Aurangabad in Maharashtra. Ellora with its unitary square of movement dating from AD 600 to 1000 bring the civilization of ancient India to life. Not only the Ellora complex, a unique artistic creation and the technological explode, but with it as centuries developed to Buddhism, Hinduism, and Jainism, it illustrates the spirit of tolerance that was a characteristic of ancient India. So, in ancient India, we find various types of architecture, and it represent Indian culture and also it represent a Indian society and Indian heritage. So, children, you all are understand about rock cut architecture, Ellora Cave. So now we are going to learn a next slide, and it is the Elephanta Caves. So here we can find Elephanta Caves, the city of caves on the island in the Sea of Oman, close to Bombay, countries a collection of rock art linked to the cult of Shiva. Here, Indian art has founded one. It is mostly perfect expression of particularly the huge high and relief in the main caves. So here we can find Elephanta caves, a rock art, and mostly we find a Shiva and Indian expression and Indian art form one its most perfect expression and particular the huge high relief in the main caves. Here we find the Elephanta caves in a mostly a sculpture of Shiva, and it's represent Indian art expressions and particularly the huge high relief in the main caves. So, Elephanta Caves is represent Indian culture and Indian society, and also a rock art is influence here. So, children, you all are understand about Elephanta Caves. So now we are going to learn a next slide and Taj Mahal, Agra. So here we can see a photograph of Taj Mahal, and it is a very beautiful architecture of India, and you all know about a Taj Mahal. So mausoleum of white marble built in Agra between 1631 to 1648 by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in a memory of his wife. The Taj Mahal is the jewel of Muslim art and architecture in India and one of the universally admired masterpiece of world's heritage. So Taj Mahal is a very beautiful architecture in India and one of the universally admired masterpiece of world's heritage. So it is made with white marble built in Agra between 1631 and 1648 by a Mughal emperor Shah Jahan in a memory of his wife. And the Taj Mahal is jewel of a Muslim art. So children, you all know that Taj Mahal is a very beautiful architecture of India and it is a universally admired masterpiece of the world's heritage. So you all are understand about the Taj Mahal in Agra. So now we are going to learn a next slide and it is a Fatehpur Sikri. So here we can see a photograph of Fatehpur Sikri. It is located in 26 mile west of Agra in a rugged hill of Sikri. So population is estimated to be 200,000 at zenith equal to London, Rome and capital city composed of great complex of royalty, residential, official, religious buildings. Planning dedicated by a function originations, topography and security and the aesthetic. So flexibility in the planning dedicated by the broad zoning absence of the formal street with arrangement of the board terrace and the straightly courtyards around it which places and pavilions are grouped together. Absolute freedom to design the buildings under the overall framework of development control. So, Fatehpur Sikri is also a most important architecture of India and it is represented Indian culture and also ancient time and it's a absolute freedom to design the buildings under the overall framework and development control. So, childrens, in today's lecture, we learn about different types of architecture of India, and these all architecture are defined. We can see firstly and first, Agra Fort. So, Agra Fort was built primarily in a military structure by Akbar, and later on, it's a palace by his son Shah Jahan. And Shah Jahan was impressions by his son Aurangzeb for 8 years in the octagon tower of Agra Fort. So, Agra Fort is also a very beautiful architecture of India and it is represent Indian culture and Indian art. Now next we learn about the three pyramid of Giza. So there are three main pyramid: Khufu, Khafre, and Menukar. These three pyramids are also a represented Indian culture and Indian architecture. An ancient last surviving ancient wonder And then we learn about Mahabalipuram temple. So Mahabalipuram temple is a most important sculpture and also a beautiful Indian art, Indian rock art, and it is represented a glory of Shiva and different types of expression of Shiva, and it is carved out of rock along the Coromandel coast and the 7th and 8th centuries. So it is a very beautiful sculpture and also a architecture of Indian culture and represented ancient time of India and glory of Shiva. And then we learn about Khajuraho. So Khajuraho is a very beautiful temple, and it is mostly a divided into two groups and two different religions, Hinduism and Jainism. So there is a represent a two religions, and also this is the greatest and masterpiece of Indian art. So these two religions represent perfect balance in a architecture. Then we learn about a sun temple, Konark. So this is a very beautiful sculpture or architecture and most famous Brahman centuries, and also designed its design with a Surya, God Sun, chariot, and its 24 wheels are decorated with symbolic design. And we find also there is a and uh, horse and bull. So it's a very beautiful architecture of India. Then we learn about Hampi. So Hampi is also a very beautiful architecture, and it is a great Hindu kingdom of Vijayanagar. Then we learn about Ajanta caves. So Ajanta, then Ellora, Ajanta, then Ellora and Elephanta. Three caves are represented a masterpiece and perfect expressions of a Shiva and Indian art. Then we learn about Taj Mahal. So Taj Mahal is a masterpiece and also a universally admired of world's heritage. And then we learn about Fatehpur Sikri. So it's also a very great architecture of India. So childrens, you all are enjoy very good. Hope you all are learn and enjoy this lecture. So students, I will see you next time. And also students, don't forget to wash your hand regularly, eat healthy food, stay home and stay safe. Thank you students.